I don't want this. I need this.
What's up, my good peoples? I hope this video find you and yours in good spirits, right? I hope everybody out there doing all right, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, in whatever other way. I hope y'all are doing good in all ways. But yeah, I wanted to share something with y'all, and this is coming to following a build that I did on Imperial Vision with Bobby Yeye, Demetrius Dupree, and Redman, speaking about those Venezuelans, immigrant gangs coming up over here trying to terrorize communities. They say they're over here taking over apartment buildings, right? Brandishing weapons, right? Putting people off their house, trying to make individuals pay rent, and all this other type of stuff, right? So we did a little build on that, and it was great. It came out good. It came out good, right? We can go into more details on it, and we will, right? We'll get back together, and maybe some other brothers want to come in and get on there too, right? That'll be excellent, right? Because these type of things need to be addressed. And if you haven't had an opportunity to check it out, head over to Imperial Vision, right? Bobby Yeye, right? And check that out. Tap in and check that out. But yeah, that video inspired me to jot down some notes. Like, I'm trying to be as transparent as I possibly can with y'all, right? I jotted down these notes and I want to share them with y'all. So yeah, I will be reading from my notes. I gotta refer to my notes. I wrote a few things down, right? This front and back, right? Front and back. I wrote a few things down that I want to share with y'all, right? Following that, because, like I say, these type of topics, they are important. So now, being that these type of topics are important, I'm bringing this to you. This is what I want to ask you. Unity. How do you define it? How important is it to you? How important, how do you define unity, right? Define unity as being together at one with someone or something. An example of this is the family unit. The family unit is the fundamental social unit of most human societies, but its form and structure can vary widely, including the biological family, extended family, step family, and even groups of friends known informally as families. Family members influence each other's thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Another example of unity is sport teams wearing uniforms showing that to show unity, and their fans wearing their team colors, or maybe a jersey, a hat, or whatever the case may be, to be unified with the team also, right? That's another form of unity. But I'm going to direct my focus on it before mentioned. In my mind, unity is of high importance, because the opposite of unity is division, which division fuels destruction on several different levels. Selfishness is one of these type of levels. True, one must do for self, love self, position oneself, have self-love, right? That's natural. And that's really not selfishness. Individuals might look at that as selfish because you're looking out for yourself. You're making sure you're good, doing what you got to do to position yourself in this world, right? Rent paid, got your car out there, right? Your source of transportation to get back and forth to where you need to get to, right? You got food in your refrigerator, you know. You might not even be doing as good as some people think you do, but you good though, right? You're not out on the street, got a roof over your head, right? You blessed. No matter how you look at it, you got a roof over your head, hot running water. You're able to dress, right? You smelling good, right? You're able to keep yourself up. You're looking presentable when you step out that door, right? And when you step out that door, you're going out there with a goal in mind. You got a mission. You're not just stepping out there and you don't even know what direction you're going into. You're stepping out into the world with a mission. You got something on your mind and you're going out. You're stepping out that door to go accomplish what you had set to accomplish for that day. And then you're going to come back in, right? And then you're going to set another goal for yourself. So when you go outside tomorrow, you're going to go reach that goal, right? That's what we do. That's what we do. But let's take a look at toxic selfishness. Selfish individuals prioritize their own well-being without considering the impact of their actions on others. This can lead to a lack of empathy, unwillingness to compromise, and the overall imbalance in the relationship. Selfish people don't consider how their actions affect others. Their own convenience is all that matters to them. They're only worried about their own convenience. Notice toward the end of speaking about toxic selfishness, I mentioned selfish people. I did so because when speaking about selfishness being a form of destruction, I'm speaking about selfish people, a group, a unit. Now let's break that down so we can build it back up. It's a historical fact that our people have been victimized by selfishness. Christopher Columbus falsely claiming to have discovered America, and that same falsehood being taught in general education history classes, which was created by John D. Rockefeller, is an example of that selfishness. I don't want a nation of thinkers. I want a nation of workers. That's a quote by John D. Rockefeller. I don't want a nation of thinkers. I want a nation of workers. That's a quote by John D. Rockefeller. Rockefeller said that. An excerpt from page 7 from the book of Silent Weapons for Quiet War states, the quality of education given to the lower class must be of the poorest sort, so that the moot of ignorance isolating the inferior class from the superior class is and remain incomprehensive to the inferior class. With such an initial handicap, even bright lower class individuals have little, if any, hope of extricating themselves from their assigned lot in life, right? This form of slavery is essential to maintain some measure of social order, peace, and tranquility for the upper class. Are y'all listening? I hope y'all listening to this, because I'm sharing this to you for a reason. I'm trying to wake y'all up, man. I'm trying to shake y'all awake, man. Pay attention to what's going on. You don't get it? I hope you getting this. Mental slavery is the worst type of slavery. It gives you the illusion of freedom, makes you trust, love, and defend your oppressor while making an enemy of your people. You gotta pay attention, man, because they'll have you defending the wrong people. They'll have you looking at your brother next to you like he the enemy. When that's the dude that's gonna fight back to back, you got your back to his back, he got your back to he got his back to your back, right? He watching the people that's coming from his direction, you watching the people coming from your direction, in both sides, right? He got your back, you got your front, your back, and both sides, right? Y'all right there. Against whatever. No surrender, no retreat. But you would treat that same dude that'll do that with you like an enemy because your oppressor got you brainwashed. You don't hear what they were saying? I'm sharing that to you for a reason. You don't hear what was being said? The quote that I did by John D. Rockefeller and what it said on page 7? Okay. This is highly important because it's this level of toxic selfishness that has us in the condition that we're in now. Racism, hate, and selfishness has always been at the foundation of the oppressor. Let me share some facts about how this cancer has been eating away at our people for a very, very long time. It's still doing so right now. This cancer is still eating at us, right? Because having nobody sit down with no dialogues like this so we can find a way to cut this cancer out. We got to get back in touch with each other, right? We got to share this type of knowledge so we can get back in touch with each other and we can find ways to combat this cancer, right? Because it's a cure for it. It's a cure. And the cure always starts with unity. But let's get back to it. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street had 600 businesses, 21 churches, 21 restaurants, 30 grocery stores, two movie theaters, 1 hospital, 1 bank, 6 private airplanes, a post office, a law office, and even a bus system. Right? Let's jump up over here. By 1898, not 19, by 1898, Wilmington, North Carolina was a thriving area with a majority black population, right? There were also several black elected officials, forcing whites to share power. You hear that? There were several elected black officials, right, forcing the whites to share power. We're going to go to Rosewood. Rosewood was also a thriving black community. In 1920, Rosewood blacks had 3 churches, a school, a large mechanic hall, a turnpin mill, a sugarcane mill, a baseball team, and a general store, right? Do you see what all them had in common? They was all unified. Everybody was doing something for the people. They was all unified. We was over there thriving. And you know what happened? They came up in there and they basically effed it up. They effed it up, right? They came up over there and destroyed our community. They looked for any reason, right? They found any reason to come up over there. They destroyed them communities, right? They had the government involved in it, right? They citizens involved in it. Look, the government and the citizens go hand in hand. Now, when you speak about these Venezuelans, look back what they done back then. Look at what they done back then, right? They found a group of people, the government. They did, right? Because the individuals that was within the government, they was racist also. They had the black codes, Jim Crow laws, and all this type of stuff in play already anyway. So they were still trying to find ways after they saw that we was coming into power, right? Because we powerful when we unified. They saw that, right? And they deemed that a threat. So what did they do? They clicked up with those that they considered citizens. Don't forget about back in the days, they had white-only areas and this type of stuff like this, right? Yeah, we were segregated, very segregated. And some of this stuff is still going on right now today. So you got to pay attention, right? But yeah, they came over there, right? And destroyed these communities. Man, listen, we don't own no helicopters. We don't own no planes, right? They dropping bombs. They dropped a bomb on Black Wall Street, right? Just like they dropped a bomb on the move in Philadelphia. That was in 1980. That wasn't too long ago. Y'all better pay attention. The government went over there and dropped a bomb on John Africa. Y'all better pay attention to what's going on, man. I'm bringing this to you because it's really important. Now, check this out. In 1908, Allensworth, the first black town in California, was funded by a group of black men led by Colonel Allensworth. In 1912, the Allensworth School was built with the funds donated by local citizens. The town also had several businesses, including a barbershop, bakery, drugstore, machine shop, and the Allensworth Hotel. Right? Listen, when unified, there's nothing we can't do. We can't do nothing. It's nothing that can prevent us from doing when we unify, right? All it do is take us. It takes us being together, moving together as a unit, unit, right? Togetherness, unified. When we like that, we unstoppable. We got light thoughts. We're unstoppable. When we create think tanks, we're powerful. When we love each other, we're powerful. We're very powerful. And they know that, right? I was going to share some more stuff with y'all, right? But we're going to do this like this. We're just going to go straight up off the head. Look, check this out. Unity is important. It's time for us to unify. We can't continue to be out here at odds with each other. Man, pay attention to what's going on. Like I told y'all, they're trying to put these Venezuelans immigrant gangs up over here. And they're trying to take over stuff. Then trip off how California, they're trying to give undocumented immigrants $150,000 down with zero interest towards a home. Y'all ain't paying attention to what's going on. They won't even give a motherfucker that been living over here $150,000 down on the home with zero interest. Pay attention to what's going on, man. Didn't I just tell y'all about Black Wall Street? Don't y'all know about Rosewood? Y'all know about these different things, right? I mentioned the move. They did the same thing up over there, and they all got something in common. They always play somebody up over there to destroy our strong black community. Because when you divide a people, a lot of individuals, some get filled with fear. Some lose that knowledge of that unity because if you wasn't around, you was a kid when the community was unified like that, and people were sharing this knowledge and showing you how to build these businesses and the importance of building these businesses and spending your money within this community so your money can circulate around that community, then you'll walk around lost. You'll walk around lost until you start digging. Listen, when you're digging, when you're looking for knowledge, when you're really seeking, you gotta be prepared to put your hard hat, steel toes on, and grab that shovel. You got some digging to do. This history goes deep. You got some real digging to do, right? And you gotta dig deep. You can't stop. You gotta go all the way down to the root of it, right? You gotta get up in there. You gotta be willing to get dirty. You gotta be willing to get your feelings hurt. You gotta be willing to learn things that you didn't know before. And you also gotta be willing to be able to accept the fact that some of the things that you was being taught by your parents in church, by people that you thought was very knowledgeable, a lot of these things might turn out to be false. They might not even be true, right? Which is why I like to drop stuff like this. I like to bring stuff like this to your attention because I care about your thoughts. I don't only just care about your thoughts. I know the importance of us unifying, right? You got to set our differences aside, man. It's time. It's time. Playtime's over with. Let's set them differences aside and come together as one, right? Because when we like this, we can build better. If we like this, we can buy more land. Because guess what? With more than one person, if you got a whole community, matter of fact, a whole city, matter of fact, a whole state of us together, we can own plenty of land, plenty of businesses. We already have individuals that took up medical practice. We have lawyers. We have people in sports, right? We got activists. We got soldiers, right? We got people on all different type of levels because we have individuals that have educated themselves through the system and also self-educated. You don't think they find that dangerous? This is why we under attack. They know how powerful we really are. We was to come together. Let's do it. And I'm not saying everybody gonna be in agreement. Everybody had their own mind, their own way of thinking, their own things that they know. But we need to bring these things to the table. And whatever you're good at, be good at doing that. And if you don't see eye to eye with somebody, but you know they solid though, y'all probably just don't see the eye to eye. Nobody said you got to sit at the table with them and talk to them directly. But don't be at disagreement with them and hate them to the point where you will go, like I said earlier, you'll go to those that your oppressor and give them some information about it. They're going to see you as a weakling. If they see you hating on the next brother or sister, whatever the case may be, they're going to see you as a weakling, right? They're going to try to join alliance with you and find a way for you to infiltrate the circle, right? And they're going to get you to do that by your hate for him, right? So another thing that's important when we're talking about unity, we got to have key players too. We got to make sure this defense wall cannot be penetrated because that's what happened back in the day. The defense wall, it wasn't bulletproof. That defense wall back in the day, it wasn't bulletproof. We got to make sure our shit bulletproof. And the way we going to do that, we going to have a whole group of individuals in play whose sole purpose is to weed out those that's hating on others, to weed out those that can become potential informants, imposters, those that try to come in and infiltrate our circle. You're trying to eat us. You try to break us down from within. You're trying to eat us. That's how they plant the cancer. I spoke about cancer and how it's eating us internally. That's the way they do it. They get one of us, place us up in there, right? Because you're going to go undetected. If you come looking like us, talking like us, and acting like you, sharing the same ideas as us, you're going to go undetected unless we have somebody on you, right? We got to. Y'all might think that's cruel, but it has to be done in order for your defense wall to be bulletproof and make sure them people, once they see us unifying, not to be able to break through that, penetrate through that, and find a way to tear us down from within. We got to make sure that everybody is really who they say they are. We don't have no room for no imposters. We don't have no room for nobody that's trying to infiltrate no circle. If you want to deal with them people, your oppressors, go deal with them over there. We don't want nothing to do with it. We don't want nothing to do with them. No, we don't. Right? You got several individuals up over here, right? Veterans. You got veterans up over here. These people that served in the world, in the war, right? Lost a limb. Some probably lost a limb. Some probably damn near lost their mind. And some of these people are out here downtown by Skid Row, homeless. Y'all not even taking care of these people. Y'all can care less, right? The shit goes so deep that you will have some of our people, right? And this doesn't happen. You have an FBI agent, he's black. He might go somewhere and this guy that's in uniform, this white guy that's in uniform, right? Might racially profile him, not knowing he's above you. He got more rank than you. Racially profile, right? So don't act like this don't exist. Y'all see it happening. Yes, y'all do. At your work site, y'all might see it happening. And it ain't always just white people, too, because it be happening with some Asians, too. It be happening with some Asians, too. But let me ask y'all this. Why everybody get a hate crime but us? Had that ever dawned on y'all the Asians got a hate crime? Right? They ain't never feel victim to the height of hate that we have experienced. No, they have. We experienced so much hate for so damn long, not just in the United States, all the way around the world, including from them. They come right up over there, a couple of things happening to them. Oh, now they got a hate crime bill. Ain't that something? Hate on them, you got the LBGQ. Listen. I ain't against nobody about what they do, but yeah, you got the hate crimes for the gays too. They got a hate crime, right? The Jews got a hate crime. Seems like everybody got a hate crime but blacks, but we the ones that's always under attack. That don't make you wonder what the hell going on? Listen, we at war. We been at war. People been at war. All people fought for what you doing right now. You're walking around with rights. You're drinking out of whatever faucet you want to drink out of. You're going to whatever restaurant you want to go to. You got these laws for a reason. Don't think they just gave them to you. These laws was fought for. They wasn't just given. They was fought for. That shit didn't come for free. People lost blood, lives, limbs, right? And all type of stuff for what you got right now. Now, if you sit here and you're unwilling to unify with your fellow brother and sister so we can get back on track with what they was already doing, that blueprint that they laid out for us, we got to pick that up and read. We got to start grabbing these bricks and putting them in place. It's like a puzzle. You got to put these bricks in place, man. And these things heavy. These bricks, they heavy. One man can't put them in place, but if you got two men, that's more bricks getting put together. Then you add another a woman. She can pass you the brick. She probably can't pick it up, or maybe she can. You got some strong women too. But she can assist you. She can bring you some water. She can bring you a meal, right? All of us got a role to play. Y'all need to start understanding the importance of this. We family. Listen, we're family. All that black on black hate, us quickly unaliving people. Not just people, our own people. Listen, man, it's time to stop all that. We gotta get back to being unified. right? Because then we'll be better off as a people, financially, politically. Listen, we'll be owning all type of stuff. Who run the company? I mean, who run the United States Corporation? That's what it is. The United States is a corporation. Who run that? Rich bankers and politicians. We have black banks. We have politicians. We have political figures. We have people that know politics. We have people that know money. But you think these type of people want to get themselves involved and unified and put their trust in individuals that's divided, that's at war with each other? Then you wonder why they're not doing nothing. Why they're not doing nothing? Maybe it's out of fear. Fear of losing. Fear of getting robbed. Right? Fear you talking about, oh, he think he too good. Right? Fear of being blackmailed. It's all type of stuff to play that take a part in that. So we got to get it together and ask us. We got to ask us. Starting with yourself. Look in the mirror and say, is you ready? Am I ready to unify? Is it really that damn serious that I go unalive another brother? For what? Might be something small. I could have let him live. And he was a soldier. He was a soldier. It wasn't that damn serious, right? Now, don't get me wrong. It's something that's justifiable. You got to bring that to the table and go about the correct way of handling that. Some things can't be overlooked. They just can't. Some things can't be overlooked. It's like if we find the imposter. That can't be overlooked if you over here giving these people information about what we got going on over here, and all we doing is good for our people. We just trying to bring our people up, and you go run up over here and give these people all this information about what we doing. We can't overlook that. So yeah, understand some things are justifiable, but I also understand that some things ain't even worth taking another brother's life. It really ain't. Yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to share this stuff with y'all, and hopefully I'll get some feedback. Hopefully somebody else drop some content like this. Hopefully I spark somebody mental. I don't care how many people I reach. 1, 2, 3, 1,000, 1,000,000. More is better. But at the same time, if I spark one mind, that mind might spark another. So it's all good. It's like starting a fire. It's like getting a match, right? Striking that match and throwing it on some what they call fuel. It might be some leaves, some burnt, or some dead grass, or whatever the case may be. Once that fire catching, the wind blow it. That's how forest fires start. That's how cities and stuff get burnt down, so that we can spark each other's minds like that. You know how powerful that is? Let's do it, man. Let's get to it. I'm coming to y'all and asking y'all. Let's do it. Let's get to it. It's time to unify. Stop playing and let's go.